Hey guys, welcome back to the workshop. I've just spent the weekend hanging out with some of the best YouTube making channels in the world. And through my conversations with them, some who are old friends and some who are newer friends, I left the weekend feeling super inspired, and I really wanted to pass on some of their wisdom that I picked up along the way, along with a bit of my own as well. For those who don't know me, I'm a guitar maker. I run a guitar company first and foremost, but I have recently got into YouTube, and I am fortunate enough that the thing I love to make, guitars, has become my living over the past few years. Here are some of the things that I've learned along the way, and some of the advice that I'd give to someone starting out, or even someone who's just going through a bit of a rut at the moment. The first thing that I'd really like to hammer home to newcomers and old-timers alike is to know your value. Financially, don't price yourself too low in the beginning. Cost everything really meticulously and figure out what you think your time is worth. You wouldn't think twice about questioning the salary of a banker who's inputting numbers into a spreadsheet. So why are you charging yourself below what you deserve after spending years learning your craft? Not only does this undercut the current craft community who are charging themselves appropriately, but it also makes it really hard to grow your business from that in the future. Once you're stuck at a price point, it's really hard to get away from that. So do consider that. Morally, know your value as well. That's so important. If you're wanting to learn a new skill, don't go to somebody who's going to treat you in a way that they wouldn't want to be treated. I've mentioned this in past videos, but there's a lot of people out there who are very ready to exploit somebody who is new to the industry and make them work in poor conditions for no money. One way or another, there'll be resentment there, and that's not fun for anyone. If the person you really want to learn from can't afford you, but you really want to work with them, that's also fine, but just make sure there is some kind of equality there. Are you learning enough to justify the work you're doing for this other person? It's all about balance here. We are all human beings. No one is better than anyone else, and that's really important to remember when you're a student and a teacher. Unfortunately, you're the only person who can implement those rules, so just remember to, because it really will set you up with a healthy business attitude moving forward in the future. The second thing I want to talk about is market research. I've always looked at market research as an advertisement for what not to do over what to do. If you look at other people's businesses and cherry pick what you think is working well for them, you'll never know what's working for them because no one knows their business like they do. But also you'll end up as a clone. I think the most valuable way that you can stand out in any business, but particularly with craft, is to look at what people are doing and say, how can I make that different? Don't be afraid to make those decisions, and don't be afraid of what other people say. Chances are, if they're mad about it, it's because they didn't think of the idea first. Next up is communication skills. Do not ever underestimate the importance and power of a really great email. There are several ways that you can write a good email. I would recommend 3 things to check off your checklist when you're writing a decent email. First up is appealing to the recipient's sense of logic. For example, if I was writing to a publication to try and get an article out about my company, I might say, I saw your article about so-and-so. I also work in a similar field and may fit the interests of your readers. By placing empirically verifiable statements within the email, this enhances the reader's trust in you from the word go. Second up is highlighting why you're the one who should get this opportunity. So you might draw upon a career milestone or even a location or something that you're doing differently. The more different you are, the easier it is to do this one, but I'll go into that in a bit. Next up is appealing to the recipient's emotional side, which completes our trio of our methods of persuasion. For this one, you could reference a particular goal of yours, or you could be particularly creative and put your Instagram stalking to the test to show you're emotionally invested in the office dog they keep posting pictures of. This is actually an Aristotelian technique, but it's still used so much today, particularly in political speeches. Any political speech that you see will implement these 3 things. If it survived the test of time that long, I think it's worth remembering. The next advice I have for you is short and sweet, and don't let anyone ever tell you that this isn't true. You will not make mistakes. Mistakes will make you. There is no such thing as a stupid mistake, and if there was, I have come close to all of them. If you are going to fail, do it properly. The next one came from another YouTube friend of mine who is incredibly successful, and what he told me the other day really got me in the chest. He said, you are the sum total of the people you spend the most time with. If you are not with people who inspire you and challenge you and tell you that everything you want to do is possible and don't look down on you or bully you in any way, you are going to be fine. I spent a period of my life where I was surrounded by people who really weren't fun to be around, and it just gets in your psyche, it gets in your body. you are not okay when you're around those people. So just be aware of that. That really hit home to me because it's true. And that can refer to not only good people around you, but also find some other people who are in the same industry and are also positive. There are so many people in craft in particular who tell you that you'll make no money, you'll have no free time, your partner will leave you because they'll be pissed off. Absolute rubbish. Spend time with people who are doing the thing and not complaining about it and enjoying the fact that they get to work with their hands and do what they love. And of course, save time for the friends who aren't in the industry that you're in and let them inspire you with what they're doing. By saying all of this, of course, we need to presume that you're going to be someone they want to be around as well. So make sure that you're being positive as much as you can because negativity is so boring. Scene change, I'm at home right now. This is the place where I retire from my workshop and get some quiet time. And this is the exact spot I have therapy in every week to talk about how I'm doing. BetterHelp is the paid partner of this particular video because it is very relevant to the subject matter. I'm always super keen to promote BetterHelp because, to be honest, life gets crazy and I find it hard to make time for appointments. So knowing that I can do it from the comfort of my home is such a blessing. BetterHelp can connect you with a credentialed therapist who is trained to listen to you and give you unbiased, helpful advice. If you want to give it a try, go to their site and use the link betterhelp.com/Daisy Tempest. Answer a few questions and BetterHelp can match you with a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles just like yours. You can do it all from your phone or computer or tablet via video call or messaging, whatever makes you comfortable. You'll be matched with a therapist usually within 48 hours, so you can get started pretty immediately. Again, if you want to give this a try, go to betterhelp.com/Daisy Tempest and you'll receive a special discount on your first month. Let me know if you guys give it a go and it helps like it did for me. The last one I want to leave you with, which is of course just as important as all of the others, is the fact that nothing is beyond you. If you set your mind to something and you have enough self-confidence to do it, then there is no reason why you can't do it. When I first started as a guitar maker, I cannot tell you how bad I was. And that's because I had no practice at it. There are, of course, people who are naturally better at making things. And while that's an advantage in the beginning, don't get me wrong, if you're not, there is a time where you'll catch up and those lines will even out into parallel lines of progress. It really resonates with me when people tell me they're not precise enough to be guitar makers because I thought that that would be my problem too. And that's rubbish. We all start as little babies who can't stack 2 Jenga blocks on top of each other. And if so many people can evolve past that, why can't everybody? If there's something you guys think that I've missed, drop it in the comments below so we can all see it and be a little bit more inspired. Hope you found this video really interesting. I'm going to be releasing a lot over the next few months, so do keep an eye on the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Otherwise, have a great week and I'll see you next time.